I get calls all of the time from people that watch our YouTube channel and they say, okay, you give us all of the good things about living in the Temecula Valley, but we want to know the real scoop. And so that's why we created this pros and cons living in series. And so today I'm going to share with you the real pros and cons to living in Winchester, California. I can't wait to share them with you. Let's get to it. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights to new things coming here to the valley. I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here before you make the move. Let's get to it. All right, so today I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about living in Winchester, California, and help you make the decision, is this the right city for you to choose when you move to the Temecula Valley? So let's break it down. Let's start off with the pros, and pro number one is newer homes and master planned communities. Winchester offers brand new homes, so if you're looking for homes with a modern feel inside and updated fixtures, appliances, countertops, floors, all of that, you're mostly gonna get that here in Winchester because it's just such a new area, and homes that are built here just weren't built back in the 90s. They have been built in 2010 or newer. So most of the homes that you'll be looking at in Winchester, California are going to come with all of the upgrades that you may be looking for if you desire that style. Pro number two is the affordability. That is one of the best things about Winchester, California. Maybe before coming to this channel, you didn't even know that Winchester, California even existed, and that is what gives it a huge leg up versus other areas. Everybody knows about Temecula, most people know about Murrieta, but nobody knows about Winchester, California, and that has kept prices a little lower than surrounding areas. And that is great news if you're a buyer looking to tap into this special Southern California real estate market. Homes are slightly more affordable than surrounding Murrieta, Temecula, and even Menifee. So Winchester is kind of a pocket of some additional affordability right here in the Temecula Valley. Pro number three would be the family-friendly vibes in Winchester, California. The Winchester area is packed with young families, and so you can see people out all the time on the street walking their dogs and kids and riding bikes, and it's just filled with a lot of family-friendly type activities as well. There's parks and sports leagues and things to do, community events in the area. And so if you're looking for something that is incredibly family-friendly, or even if you're a single or a retiree, there's plenty to do for you here. I think you'll really love the community feel that you'll get in Winchester. Pro number four is proximity to wine country. So if you live in Winchester, you are just minutes to the beautiful views and vineyards of Temecula wine country. So it is a really great location if you don't want to spend millions of dollars to live near those wineries and you would just like to visit them pretty frequently. Winchester is a great option for you there. It offers the affordability side of things and gives you quick access to those wineries. Again, at most you're 10 to 15 minutes away from some of the most popular wineries in Temecula, and you even get to take the back roads. You don't have to take the main roads in. When you access through Winchester, you get a special route into those Temecula wineries that most of the tourists don't take, so you don't have to deal with most of that traffic. So let's move on to the cons, and this is where we get real about it. Number one, I'm going to say the lack of commercial and retail development in Winchester currently. Really, when it comes to living in Winchester, for the last several years, you've really just had one main shopping center. You just have a grocery store, you've got a fast food joint, you've got a Subway and a bank, and that's been about it. Well, the good news is things have started to build, and as homes have been brought into the area, it's brought in revenue and tax dollars, and it brings in local businesses as well. So currently, the area is really lacking in that department as far as shops and stores and commercial developments, but that is coming. There are plans here in the very near future to get a ton of stuff built and really bring that up. Outside of that, you'll be driving from Winchester down into Temecula to get to most of the major shops and stores that you'll be looking for. Con number two is longer commutes. And you're like, Andrew, you say that all of the time about every city in the Temecula Valley. Well, guess what? Winchester is even longer. So you're going to have to drive further just to get to the freeway when you live in Winchester. So Winchester does not have any main freeways running through it. So you're going to have to actually drive through Murrieta or through Temecula to get yourself to any of the major freeways, which will get you out of town. So if you are commuting for work or just need to get somewhere on the weekends, it's a 15-20 minute drive to the freeway from wherever you may be inside of Winchester. And not only that, you've got that, and then you sit on the freeway in rush hour traffic if you're commuting for work. So it is going to take you a bit longer. So you've got a longer commute time if you do choose Winchester over some of the surrounding cities. Con number 3 is the hot summers. So this is a feature that we talk about all the time when it comes to any city here in the Temecula Valley, but it gets hot in the summer. So we do have several stretches of 100-degree days, maybe a week or two over 100 degrees in stretches all at one time. So not a ton of relief from that heat. Now, there is a breeze that comes through in the evening and helps to cool down the area. I always say you're going to maybe potentially have 105 during the summer and then cool down to 60 to 70 degrees at night. So it's not going to be miserable for you by any means. In the evenings, you can open those windows and cool things down, but it does get quite warm. Now the average temperatures are somewhere in the 90-degree range for summer days, but keep in mind that we're going to have several days over that 100-degree mark and it will get pretty warm. And con number 4 is the school district boundaries. Now, this one may confuse you, but this is where it's super important that you work with a local professional like myself and my team to make sure you know what's going on with the schools. Winchester does not have its own school district, and so it relies on the surrounding area for schools. Now, some are zoned for Menifee schools and some are zoned for Temecula schools, and some even tap into a bit of the Murrieta school system. So you have to be really careful about where you're buying if you're school conscious about where your child will be going to school. And this can get very confusing. Street by street, it can change. And while you may be significantly closer to one school, you may be sent all the way across town to a completely different school. So it can get super confusing, and it is something that most buyers aren't aware of. And that's why you may see some price discrepancies on properties. Some may be priced higher than others if they're in the Temecula School District, and some may be priced lower if they fall into the Menifee School District side of things. So you want to be very careful and make sure that you're working with a professional who can help identify those school boundary changes to make sure that you're attending the schools that you want your kids to go to. All right, so that is it for the pros and cons of living in Winchester, California. I shared the good, the bad, the ugly. Like I said, some things to be aware of. Overall, it's a great place to live. Affordability, if you can put up with some hot weather and some traffic, I think you're gonna be just fine. But I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you have any questions about moving to Winchester, California, to the Temecula Valley in general, I would love to chat with you. My team would love to chat with you, and you can get in contact with us. People do it all the time, so don't be scared to reach out. Just because you've been stalking these videos for some time, shoot us a call. That's okay. You can send us a text, you can shoot us a call, you can email us, or you can even schedule a one-on-one Zoom consultation with a member of my team by clicking the link in the description below. It takes you directly to our calendar. You can book some time with us so we can hop on that call with you, walk you through all the ins and the outs of living here in the Temecula Valley, and answer any questions that you guys have before you actually get out here. So don't be afraid to do that. We would love to chat with you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.